So it was my understanding that Wack100 said some pretty dumb shit. So he said Migos was the best group of all time. He didn't even say rap group. At least that would have been a little bit better because he's staying in rap. But to say they're the best group of all time, that's even more asinine. So first of all, he used numbers to justify his claim. He said they sold like 50 million units. I think not specifically worldwide. I think he said in the United States. That's a big thing people use. Well, oh, this rapper, this musician, whatever, they sold the same amount of copies that this person did back in the day. He compared them to the Beatles. I think he said they tied with them. That's all it takes. You gotta consider the fact that in our day and age, you have the internet as a medium. That's how a lot of rappers are blowing up, and you know they do videos on Warstar Hip Hop and shit like that. Like for example, Chief Keef, he blew up because of YouTube. You gotta remember, the internet and the presence of mixtapes did not exist in some of these, you know, these other generations. So you have to factor that in. Of course, it's easier for them to get their music out and you know to show, you know, hey, this is my talent, things like that. They didn't have that back then. Hell, if you even want to go before that, think about like you know musicians in the 20s and 30s and 40s who probably, you know, didn't have the luxury or privilege of using TV as a medium to, you know, to broadcast their music. They had the radio back then. So you see what I'm saying? As time progresses, it gets easier to put yourself out there. That's why you have to respect these legends that put themselves out there and pioneered a lot of the shit that these rappers and just, you know, musicians in general are doing today. Like for example, I remember somebody tried to say something about Prince and say that Young Thug was just a new generation version of Prince or some shit. No, they're not. I don't even have to like indulge and talk about how they're not the same person. But Wack100 also came for BizzyBone. And he said that he was a snitch and that they, you know, Migos was better than Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. Like, what the fuck? First of all, Migos isn't even the best rappers in their own category. You can't use numbers to justify things like that. For example, a lot of people are riding Cardi B just because she broke a lot of records that Beyonce and Lauryn Hill set. Yeah, like I said, it's easier to do things like that as time goes on because of media outlets. So you gonna tell me just because as many people bought up music that makes her just as talented as them? Hell no. Now you gotta give new generation rappers, you know, musicians their props. Yeah, like we using Cardi B as an example. She did, you know, start off as a, you know, a chick on social media. She was a stripper at one point. She worked her way up the ladder. She went from Love and Hip Hop, and you know, she's placing her way on the charts in music. You gotta give her respect. She's doing something right. She's talented. But people are really like jumping a fucking gun to say that she's better than fucking Beyonce or Lauryn Hill, or to even put them in the same category. Yeah, she makes catchy music and it's a style now, but I'm making it out like she's the best rapper ever. And that's the problem. People are so quick to, you know, try to compare new generation people to older generation people. The standards are so fucking low for music these days. People like Lil Pump exist. Lil Pump would not fucking be around probably, not even just 10. No, I could see him having some type of, yeah, okay, maybe like 20 years ago. My point is, like, you see how fucking low the standards of music in general is? Anybody, I'm not even gonna address what he said about them being the best group of all time, because that's fucking asinine in itself. We just gonna stick to rap music, straight hip hop. So, first of all, we talking about an era of hip hop music that's extremely overrated. Like, most rappers just barely have hooks these days. Nothing's different. Everything's about fucking hoes, fucking drugs. They're not even talking about selling this shit anymore. Not that that's okay, but they glorify drug use, like materialistic, like cool shit. Like it's nothing. Most rappers these days are all the fucking same. The thing that distinguishes them, I guess, would be like their gimmick or whatever. Like niggas is putting on dresses these days and doing shit like that. Or who has the weirdest hair? Who can put dye in their hair? My point is, they all terrible. That's why the standards are so fucking low. You're comparing a group that actually told stories in their music and it was able to have messages and talk about different topics. Not mention the fact that they pioneered, like, you know, harmonizing, you know, somewhat singing with they rap, you know, they rap. I mean, let's think of some people that do that in this generation. I mean, Twisted kind of do that shit too somewhat, but they started it. Like, they influenced people like Drake, for example. I mean, people are so confused about him, they don't even know if he's an R&B singer, a pop singer, or a rapper, but you see what I'm saying? Bone Thugs and Harmony were some of the first people to do that. How can you compare, like, they're legends. Like, how are you comparing them to somebody new who really overrated just over numbers? I can't think of, like, one thing that they've ever done where I'll be like, yeah, this totally distinguished them from everyone else mainstream rapping right now. This totally makes them, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're trash, but on, like, the grand scales, like hip hop, I really don't see them like being in like the Hall of Fame or anything. Like, I don't see why anybody would make a movie out of them or anything like that. People just ride they, you know, they dick because it was popping on the radio right now. I really don't understand like how people rationalize shit like that. I mean, other than the fact that they're young people like me, but things like I grew up on like real music and, well, I don't even want to say the term real music because it was real, it's subjective, but I grew up on old school music, you know, and modern music because obviously I am a young guy. But I feel like people like Wack100 need to stay in their fucking place and not speak on people like them, especially when I was random and had nothing to do with anything. He just went in and speak. That's another problem with rappers too these days. Instead of just coming up with a hit song or like something, you know, that's gonna, you know, make them stand out in a positive way for their music, they like to start beef. They like to talk shit. They like to start trouble. For example, King Yella. I mean, like, stop promoting cool shit. Like, why is everything about who's the toughest rapper? Like, who can do all the? Just get in the fucking studio and make music. Stay off social media. Stop talking shit about other people. That's what females do. Especially if you're not gonna actually do anything about it. Like, these rappers talk shit about each other and then they get in the studio and talk shit about females, and then they see these people in public and then want to walk right past them when I do shit to them. Not nothing they talk about in their music. Stop trying to be so hard and just make good music and then maybe you be relevant. I hate that shit. It's like people beef just for attention. I mean, I don't know about other genres of music, but rappers are really bad with that shit these days. Like, keep people like Bone Thugs and Harmony, or like Ghetto Boys, you know, NWA, like Mobb Deep. Like, keep people like them like out of your fucking mouth. Until Migos does something that like puts them on like a platform the same level as them, fuck numbers and all that. Fuck they fans, because people will listen to anything these days. People are fucking sheep, so don't use that as an excuse. Even the worst fucking rappers have fan bases. And I'm not saying the worst rappers. I'm saying they're overrated in terms of hip hop. So stop fucking comparing these people. It's not the same, and that's not even just for rap music. That goes for hip hop. I mean, not hip R&B, pop music, and all that. I heard somebody say that Cardi B was a new Aaliyah. Let that sink in. Cardi B being compared to Aaliyah. Stop the fuckery. These are not the same people. Now, I'm not saying that these great icons, these great legends of music, I'm not saying that they're gods that you can't say anything about. But I am saying, until somebody that really does come along that's actually more talented than them and does more, you know, than them, that's actually worth being compared to, then we'll talk. Until then, keep their fucking name out of your mouth.